Hello, this is a review for Goose Creek Candles Caramel Applewood. This is one of their wax melts, and this is what it looks like. It's got like some leaves and some caramel apples, and it looks like it's sprinkled with nuts. So I found this at a discount store. I think it was Gordman's actually, and it was actually in their clearance section, because sometimes when I know that I don't really need any candles or melts, but I'm just kind of looking around and I happen to have a coupon, I thought I would just kind of glance in the store and see what they had. Well, this time they had 3 different Goose Creek candle scents, and one of them was this caramel applewood. And let's see, might be better to see it. Anyway, there's some leaves on here and caramel apples, like I said, and it's a very fall scent. Here's the inside of it. It's kind of like a pink, or I don't know, a purplish, pinkish, reddish color, kind of like a burgundy. Now, I've only taken out one of the segments, and so there are 5 more, so there's like 6 segments. This is my very first time ever using a Goose Creek candle wax melt. There's no real reason for that. I just haven't had really the exposure to it and not really ordered online. And so I was happy to find this on sale. So let's see. I think this was on sale for $2.99, and then was 15% off of that. And I was kind of hesitant about this candle or this wax melt at first. Here's the color. Look how pretty that is. And it's just a little bit. I'm melting right now. It's a very rich smelling, kind of a real creamy, rich, appley, and spice scent. I do detect a little bit of the caramel. But I just wasn't sure. It's kind of like when you smell a fragrance and you don't know, and so since you're thinking of spending some money, you're kind of like, I don't know, but it smells kind of good. And anyway, I went ahead and tried it. I first melted this last night, and it immediately, and I mean immediately, started throwing pretty good, meaning you could smell it throughout the large bedroom. Even with vaulted ceilings. So that was interesting. It's super strong. So again, you want to make sure that you're going to like a scent like that, because otherwise it's just going to be too much. And so I tried it again this morning. I remember lighting it. I went and got a cup of coffee, came back up, and it was already smelling really strong. So the plus side of that is that this is exactly how I hope all my candles and all my tarts or melts would smell in regards to burning strong, throwing well, because there's so many choices. We've got a lot of choices of where to spend money on candles and wax tarts. And so, you know, I view other reviews online. I read other reviews, and I view the other videos, and so most of the people that I see are into the fragrance. A lot of them also enjoy the ambiance, just the beautiful flicker of a flame. And with the melt, in this case, I'm not using a flameless melter. I'm using a tea light. So you get some ambiance with this candle. I love it. This is a new one from Yankee. The holder is. And I just love it. So if you want to keep the fragrance going in a candle like, or in a wax tart like this, you do need to continue to put a new tea light into it, which is not really a problem. I usually get my tea lights at Yankee Candle in their bags when there's a little sale going on. Let's see. So as far as how it smells, the fragrance is, in my opinion, at this point, just beautiful. I absolutely love it, I think. And what I mean by that, again, is it's so strong So what I'm thinking the little bit of a disconnect might be is that this is going to be an awesome, awesome fall candle. I saw another review that said it reminded the person of being up in the mountains, like in a lodge or something. And that is right on the money, because it takes me back. It's almost like I've smelled this somewhere before or something similar to it. And so that kind of like where it triggers a memory or something in your mind. And it's almost like I can see myself back in a little cute gift shop somewhere, smelling candles or tarts that just smelled amazing, and kind of in a woody, woodland type of environment in a nice little village somewhere. I mean, like a shopping village. Like, I'm thinking maybe Big Bear Mountains in California. They have a little shopping area, and it was kind of cold and brisk outside in fall. And this takes me back to kind of like a memory like that. So, man, if you enjoy a fall fragrance, this candle, Caramel Applewood, would be awesome. You might absolutely love it. So it has, let's see, it has definite apple. It's high on the apple fragrance. I do love apple fragrances. It's high on spice, but not so much that it overruns the apple scent. So that is nice. There's kind of like a toffee-ish, toffee butter fragrance to it. I don't overly get a caramel. And let me go ahead and read to you what Goose Creek says when they describe this fragrance. Goose Creek says, excuse me, oops, one second. Goose Creek describes the scent as, it says, this charming scent opens with green apples and whipped butter, leading to a sweet, velvety blend of cinnamon, white peach, and maple sugar. Vanilla and cedarwood adds a comforting touch. And so I would say that that is a wonderful description. Green apples and whipped butter. Yes, I can smell that. And so see, even in their description, it doesn't overly go into like the caramel fragrance. But yes, cinnamon, white peach, maple sugar. I would not have thought white peach, but now that it mentions that, I can kind of see what it's saying. But the maple sugar part, oh my gosh, any fragrance that has like maple, buttery fragrance to it, and then apples, I could be all over that. Let's see. And then with the vanilla and the cedarwood adds a comforting finish. I think that that might be part of what my mind is kind of remembering, and how true, like vanilla and cedarwood, kind of like a really rich, deep, comforting scent. That would describe this candle, this fragrance to me. So, like I had said before, if you like a rich, good fragrance that you definitely smell, but that's not too overpowering or headache inducing, this is a good fragrance, and it's the kind of thing I want to see in a candle. This kind of throw, this kind of fragrance throw is why I spend money on candles. So I am eager actually to try a large jar of this, or even a medium jar. Goose Creek has some really cool large jars. I mean, various types of jars, but their large jars are kind of like the Yankee Candle appearance. But then they've also got these kind of rectangle-y shaped candles, and I think that they have 2 or 3 wicks in them. So you could burn a huge candle when you're short on time in the evening, say, and get a quick and a great throw, or you could buy a 1 wick large jar and enjoy it throughout a day. But then they've got those beautiful folk art type jars that are just, to me, gorgeous. When you go to their website, they have those jars that have the art on them. Again, it's pretty country inspired, but I kind of think it might look good in any environment. It'll look great in a kitchen. And it says the name of the artist. And so I really like that about Goose Creek because I love art. I really enjoy like a museum. So it's kind of like how cool that they thought of putting some art from an artist on a jar that's not just a typical label or just a photo, but actual art, because it's kind of, I don't know, it hits me a couple ways. It's going to be thrown away when you're done, or I suppose you could reuse and recycle it. Um, so anyway, again, man, if I get a little tired of fragrances, um, spending money to get this effect in my room, but then not being able to smell the candle. And so then you wonder, is it just that I've become accustomed to it, that my nose has become accustomed to it? Or is it that it's just not smelling very strong? And then you can test that by leaving the room or going outside for a while and coming back in. And so for the candles that I'm like sniffing really hard as I'm walking toward where it's burning and can't smell, I'm going to kind of try to leave those by the wayside a little bit and then lean towards these ones a little bit. So the key there will be finding ones that I love and putting, kind of like casting your vote by buying the candles that smell stronger. This is a classy smelling candle. It's like a rich, sophisticated combination of scents. And I think that you'll like it if you could try it just once. And don't be put off by the almost seemingly too strong of a fragrance, because I really think that it'll be something that you might like. If you tend to like fall, caramel, apple fragrances that have spice, I think you might love this candle. So there's my little Yankee tea light in there. There's the beautiful colored wax of the caramel Applewood by Goose Creek Candle. So I think I'm going to repurchase this again. It was kind of like a test for me, and this candle totally passed. I am excited. I am excited to burn this when it's cool and leaves are falling. Maybe any time of the year, but it feels like it fits into that season perfectly. Well, thank you so much for watching this review, and I plan on reviewing many more things here in the future. So if you'd like to catch my videos and my reviews, please make sure to subscribe. And if you have any favorites, or if you didn't like or loved this fragrance, I'd love to hear about that, or any others that you might recommend. Hearing what you heard from me today, I'd love to hear your input. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.